If you like our videos, consider checking out our Patreon.
Hey everybody, Gunner Bird here. It's Tuesday again, so that means...
Your storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk from now on.
Nudity on slick paper.
Really put a lot of emphasis on that Tuesday.
Yeah, well, we're gonna spin the fucking wheel again, because it's been a little bit, so let's spin that fucking wheel and see what the fuck happens.
Lancelot Lake. Unless you took it off of there.
No, I did not. Ames Asset Protection.
Yeah. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday.
I'm fucking
Ain't doing it.
Alright then, I guess we're gonna start that fucking over again. Hey everybody, Gunner Bird here. It's Tuesday again, so that means...
Your storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk from now on.
Nudity on slick paper.
It's Tuesday again.
It means we're spinning the fucking wheel again.
Again.
Because you already saw it. But we spun that shit, we got fucking Ames, and we're like, fuck you.
And now it's gonna give us Lancelot Lake.
I know, or Ames again. If it comes up Ames again, we're gonna have to fucking do it. Whatever comes up, we're gonna have to fucking do it.
Dare do it, Will. Beep beep.
Mother Leeds' 13th child.
The fuck is that?
It's like this old kind of documentary about the Jersey Devil. I do remember that because last podcast on the left talked about it, so I had to find it because there's a musical number.
Oh.
So, if I can remember correctly, sang by the Jersey Devil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna watch Mrs. Leeds' 13th child, and we will be right back. So we're back for watching Mother Leeds' 13th son, and I don't need to fake enthusiasm for this one. It's fucking enjoyable. Mostly, the song's enjoyable. What am I fucking talking
The
about?
song's enjoyable. The rest of it's just old people that need paying attention.
But
to
you do get a decent amount of the song throughout this
Well, you
fucking
do,
half-hour long.
If you could just basically skip through and get to the songs.
Yeah.
Or you
can just keep watching this, and I'm gonna play all the verses. So
Right.
that's gotta fucking happen.
You'll get all the entertainment you could possibly want.
So, anyway, this is a 1974 New Jersey network news or something, like little documentary on the Jersey Devil.
When Chris Christie was only 300 plus pounds.
And it starts off with this Kmart Jack Kevorkian, right? And he's talking about how him and his uncle and his dad saw the Jersey Devil. Here's some of this.
And when we entered the wood part from the mouth of Jove's Creek is when we heard this noise. It was in the evening, and you could get the outline of something moving along in the woods, but you just actually couldn't see it. And at that time, it was a lot thicker than it is here now. This brush along the Phillip Road on both sides was real thick.
And at first, I felt like I was listening to a Ron Coots video. Because the guy was like, well,
you know,
I'm like, that's a Jersey thing.
every rural person,
Bang, 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 bang.
that's not true.
And it must be just
Not
Jersey.
true.
Like, I mean, how many people do you hear say, like, gee, I can't wait to vacation in Jersey? You never hear it. Ever.
So anyway,
Reason.
they hear the Jersey Devil.
He heard it. He said to Uncle John, he says, that Jersey Devil is after us. And then that's when he took hold of my hand and started running.
So they run, and the uncle was like throwing fish.
And Uncle John, he took the bag of fish and started opening the bag of fish and throwing the fish out. And as they would throw the fish on it, would stop.
To, like, get the Jersey Devil to stop or whatever.
Yeah, they heard what it could have been just a bird or whatever. But anyway, Uncle Freaks throws his fish at it and tears off running. They neglect to mention that Uncle used to have a drug problem.
But anyway, they, stop and, they describe it, what it looks like.
He actually saw it in the moonlight, and he said that it was a pretty good-sized animal, but it had a head more like a calf. And the body looked similar to a dog or a deer-like one.
It looked like B. Arthur with wings.
And the dude was like, oh man, it sounds like the strangling of a woman.
But the noise that it would make, it would sound like real high pitch. It's similar to a woman screeching, a real high pitch, like someone strangling a woman or something like such. It's a real high pitch.
How the fuck do you know what the fuck goddamn strangling a woman sounds like?
Oh, you know.
And actually, it wouldn't even make a sound. Wouldn't it just be like,
Because he put the bodies up there.
we haven't got that for, because we now get to meet the host, right? This fucking dude. I don't remember what his fucking name is, and it doesn't really fucking matter.
It doesn't matter, but whoever parted his head, they need to relax next time.
I just thought. But anyway, yeah, he talks about the devil song.
The Jersey Devil. Now, he's been described as fierce, gentle, horrible, ugly, terrible, peaceful, comic, even anti-war.
The Jersey Devils. He's like, they suck.
And then, I'm sitting there thinking, I just said fuck, fuckity fuck, all that shit. Have you noticed recently that motherfuckers on YouTube have been censoring themselves like fucking crazy?
Like who?
There's all kinds of fucking people, because I guess that's a fucking thing now.
That's a thing?
But dude, almost every one of our videos is now demonetized. Like, got the little yellow fucking dollar sign, which means we're not suitable for...
So we're all demonetized, basically.
It's not technically demonetized, but we don't get good advertisers, and they don't fucking promote our YouTube doesn't promote videos that have the yellow dollar sign. But yeah, dude, everybody and their mothers now is now censoring themselves. Like, beep, yeah, exactly, dude. I did that for 10 fucking years.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
And it fucking sucks, and I'm not fucking doing it.
Don't censor yourself for somebody. Look, there's a time to be appropriate about things.
Well, we gotta take boobs out, and I understand taking boobs out.
Right. But
fuck you.
Even though I don't understand it because it's part of the human body, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I understand that we have to do it.
Right, but
because
the words, if you're bothered by words,
fuck off.
Jesus.
Dude, I'm just telling you right now, I will fucking quit before I fucking censor us.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I will swear to God, I will fucking quit. And you know what? Fuck it, dude. If we get we have to be censored or whatever on YouTube, I'm gonna start putting our videos on Pornhub, and I just won't censor them at all.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking leave all the titties in, and it's like we don't make any money from it anyway on YouTube, so what's it really fucking matter? I'll just start putting all of our fucking videos on YouTube, Pornhub.
Does Joe Rogan censor his
No, but they're big enough.
So it doesn't matter for that.
Actually, I don't know if he makes money off YouTube or not, but I know they do fucking copyright flag his videos a lot.
Money,
but I know they do copyright flag his videos a lot.
Right.
But whatever, that doesn't matter. That was just me just wondering why now everybody I've noticed has been censoring them fucking selves.
Well, everybody wants that Rhett and Link money, I guess.
Everybody just wants to be fucking Rhett and Link, I guess.
They have their thing. You can't copy it.
No, you really can't, because most of it is...
everybody has the thing now. Everybody, at the end of the day, this is obviously now how I really talk. It's like, fuck you. You gotta come up with a goddamn stupid fucking personality thing. You're not Bob Saget from, home videos. Like, why do you gotta do that shit? Why do you go, hey everybody, it's such and such, like you're a goddamn clown.
Well, if you think about it, technically we kind of did that at first.
Yeah,
we exaggerated ourselves.
And then we were just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. But also, it was a slow over time. We just kind of just leaned into us.
Yeah.
And
this is the
and this is what it is. But anyway, whatever. Fucking host dude tells us that the Jersey Devil became the state demon in 1939.
But whatever he is, he was officially declared the state's demon in 1939.
And then Snooki took that title.
In 2007.
Yeah.
Snooki like smush mush.
Honestly, I was going to make that fucking joke right before you fucking said it. I was about to be like, until Snooki took the title in 2007, but you got there before me.
We could have went with Snook, or we could have went with that other dude.
JWoww or Dina or...
any one of them.
Why do I know all those fucking names?
Because your woman watches it religiously.
Well, she hasn't watched it in a long time, I don't think. I don't know what she watches when she's at work, but she don't watch it fucking here. That ain't fucking happening.
No.
Well, whenever I'm at work, who knows what the fuck she watches?
God knows. Probably Pornhub.
hey, maybe if we put ourselves on Pornhub, my wife might actually watch our videos.
Hey, there you go.
But whatever.
Trick her.
Now we talk about the Pine Barrens.
This is where he makes his home, the Pine Barrens. And you know, if the Jersey Devil were looking for a hiding place, he couldn't find a more ideal place than the Pines. 2,250 square miles of near wilderness, right smack dab in the heart of the most densely populated part of the country.
And what I was telling him earlier whenever we were fucking watching this, I was like, when I think of the Pine Barrens, all I can fucking think of is that episode of Sopranos when Christopher and Paulie Walnuts got fucking, like, trapped in the fucking Pine Barrens and they were in the car all freezing. Yeah. Fucking awesome.
So how do we fool your wife? What do we title it? Like double dong dudes or something?
Yeah.
You know.
Dudes with dicks bigger than my husband's. And then we pop up. I'm like, no!
Be anything. They can find a chickpea. I'm
So-
pretty sure Beetlejuice from Howard Stern's probably packing more heat.
So anyway, now we get to look at the remnants of Mother Leeds' actual house in the Pine Barrens.
There's a strange kind of stillness around here, and the trees and the bushes have so overgrown it, you'd never know that a house once stood on this spot, and that this pile of crumbling bricks, of rotten and falling timbers, are all that remains of what once was the actual house in which the Jersey Devil was born.
It's a pile of fucking rocks.
It's a pile
in the
of
woods.
bricks and,
Yeah.
and some timber, And I love how this guy sounds like Trump sometimes. He's like, some say, some say, some say. It's like, some who? Who, goddammit? Name them.
Okay, so we now cut to a reenactment of the birth of the Jersey Devil by Mrs. Leeds with three midwives hanging out and they're all like, they get all shocked.
The story is told that Mother Leeds, already the mother of 12 children, was about to give birth to her 13th child.
Your prayers cannot help this child. This child is a child of the devil.
They were like, I love the one chick where she so when she farted this thing out, did it fly away? Because the girls were like, ooh, and they were looking upward. And she was like, it's the devil! And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, you should be questioning your husband right now. What's in your shit, man?
The Jersey Devil is just misunderstood, dude. Because it cuts to the first verse of the fucking song.
I'm sorry, but this is getting stuck in your head.
And it is fucking amazing. I'm going to play the whole entire verse over top of the pictures that they're showing.
Yes.
So, here.
Men call me a demon, I roam this land. I pray all the people will understand. I mean no harm, my people to bring. I come for to stay them from all warring. At night when the sounds of a storm are near and the wind blows unending, I do appear. The child of the one man called Prince of Night, in the midst of the pines I take to flight.
The new Jersey Devil has wings and a horse neck and the most beautiful pecs you've ever seen, with six-pack abs and legs as clean. And I don't know. This fucking thing was like, a lot of times it was changing. Like at one point it had a long neck, then it had a horse head, then it had a wolf head.
Then it had a dog head, yeah.
A dog head. Like,
and then it had a ripped man body. I think that's later on.
it was like The Rock and all that stupid Fast and Furious things. And then, but like, I love how the story changes from everybody has a story, you know. It's usually these old guys who
yeah, we'll
mostly
get,
like the town old guy who nobody pays attention.
These are all old guys if you fucking paid attention.
Well, yeah,
every person
old.
that talks out here is an old fucking guy.
Even the storyteller, Bill, whatever his name.
So anyway, he talks about how the story started.
A wild story, you say? Well, some students ascribe the origins of the story all the way back to prehistoric times. Others say that it originated from similar stories out of Europe. And some claim that the story is the product of a people whose sole entertainment consisted of telling tall stories to passing travelers.
And that Indians in the area told stories of the devil as well. The Jersey Devil, not just the devil.
Like Native Americans told stories?
Yes.
It's interesting to note that the Indians of this area told similar tales. As a matter of fact, the original name of the town of Chatsworth was Chemung, and the Indian translation of Chemung means literally big horn.
Well, hey,
I just said Indian because he said Indian, even though I probably,
Well, I didn't mean to correct you like in a PC type way. I was like PC please. But no, I mean like they were probably smoking some heavy ass opium. And they told whatever the white settlers like, there's a giant dog winged like thing in these woods, and the white guy was like, whoa, that's fucked up. Let's change that story around. He goes and tells his buddy switches the story and just keeps on going.
So now we get to see all these old men's stories, right? First we get this fucking guy, Steven, right? He's talking about how his geese were attacked.
Oh, yeah.
When I had to dock some geese in that water down here, something came and grabbed them and went away with it. Some animal came down here, got a hold of the geese, and got a hold of the ducks. I lost chickens, too.
They'll come get my chicken and my geese and my pigs and my horse.
And then, he calls the fucking cops.
I did call the police. Well, they investigated. They come investigate. They went around and they found tracks. I found tracks bleeding all the way in the back, and tracks as big as your hand. It has some kind of print. It was like fingerprints, like a man's hand, as big as a man's hand.
The cops show up and arrest him for fucking his farm.
No, honestly, they don't, because they interview the cop. This trooper dude in his fucking silly hat.
Trooper dude.
Tells the fucking story of, like, when he got there and stuff.
I arrived at the scene here at this time. He advised me that he was missing 31 ducks, 4 cats, 2 dogs, and a few geese. Apparently, some type of animal had come in and gotten these fowl and his animals and taken them off somewheres, and either just killed them for the sake of killing or had eaten some of them. The footprint was approximately where that green car is now. The footprint looked like a man's hand, only it was larger than mine. I was able to put my hand inside of it, and it completely covered my hand. However, at the time it was raining, so no cast could be taken of it or pictures.
And you know how he saw, like, the fucking footprints and all that fucking shit that looked like somebody stuck their hand in dirt and went...
He's like, he told me this story, and I just went ahead and believed it. I didn't do no investigation, because that's not my job. I'm just here to harass black people for smoking the devil's lamps.
So anyway, let's move on to the second verse of the song and look at some more illustrations.
My loathsome appearance in some strikes fear, but those who are weary this tale do hear. Cursed by a woman, my fate was told, yet hope everlasting this tale unfold. The plight of a devil is filled with woe. The people all fear me where'er I go. On me they blame tragedy, grief, and strife. though gentle and peaceful has been my life.
I think we're turned this into green sleeves for some reason.
But whatever, it sounded like that. But.
Well, earlier I was thinking it sounded like me, I want the hula hoop.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, Jersey, because like he's
Dirt Jersey.
Dirt
Did you
Jersey.
mean to say Dirt Jersey, or did this come out?
More
It's
accurate.
fitting.
It's fitting and accurate. But no, like I'm sorry people from Jersey. Just kidding. But anyway, but like yeah, I love the song and shit. How he was just like, I'm just misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you look like a fucking. If that's what you look like.
Well, how did that fucking happen?
Misunderstood or no? People are gonna be running.
Anyway.
How did you come out with the wings? And
Now we get another story from this dude Ron about how him and his two friends, or whoever the fuck they were driving through the Pine Barrens at midnight. It sure looks fucking daytime to fucking me.
We're going down to a party, which when we got there, it was told was canceled, and we couldn't stay overnight there, so we went out into the pines to go to sleep.
But anyway, they're driving through the Pine Barrens and they stop somewhere to fucking sleep and blah.
We were absolutely straight. Maybe some Coca-Cola and cigarettes. Well, we got there, I'd say, around midnight and started talking and listening to the radio and fooling around, you know, trying to get four guys trying to sleep in a small car isn't too easy. And so the one guy, Dave, had his feet out the window trying to sleep.
So, and like all of a sudden they heard that noise from that animal that was carrying Obi-Wan Kenobi around in the one movie.
And I heard a screech, like high-pitched and inhuman. I mean, it was like, at first everybody thought, oh, somebody's fussing around. And then we realized, no, it's too much. And we heard it again, and it sounded like right next to the car. So Dave's feet came in the window went zoop, and he says, start the car.
Which one was that one?
Obi-Wan was oh, you mean in the prequels?
Right.
Third one, I think.
Because
wasn't that the one that was like, Order 66?
Yeah.
Because that's whenever he was trying to get away on that fucking fucking thing.
And it was shit.
Yeah, it
All
fucking
those
was.
were so shit, man. You go back and look at it, dude. Every time I see Jar Jar, I cringe. I'm like,
but whatever. These dudes fucking go to leave.
It's racist as hell.
And they see the form of the devil in shadows or something.
I was like, damn, George, why don't you just come out and call me the N-word?
So I started the car, put it in reverse, and turned the lights on. And there was a form in the corner of the clearing, a big, furry form. It's just like, you know, a lurking form, in the shadows. Started to move, like across the clearing. And we were backing out by then, and I just took off down this two-track road, didn't know where we were going. We ended up about 5 miles in a housing development.
Okay, so now we get the third verse of the song, and you know what? Do I need to say what we're going to do? We're just going to play that shit.
Yeah, might as well.
The 13th of children has been my fate. Now some do regard me with fear and hate. Fiendish or friendly, all things I be. 'Tis all in the eyes of those who see. Men call me a demon, I roam this land. I pray all the people will understand. I mean no harm, my people to bring, for those who would hear these words I sing.
I mean no harm, Lulu.
I just want to give hugs and kisses to you. You know? And it's like, no, if I saw this thing and it was all majestic and it was by the pond strumming a harp, and singing that song, I wouldn't be afraid. But then some of the pictures they show me looks like the fucking we're from London.
Yeah. I don't know. Singing with his nice soft voice and harp, I'd probably still be like, I go near that fucking
You'd
thing.
be freaked out. You'd stand back a little bit because you'd be like, I don't know, this song's pretty cool.
I know, but still, when you go up to him,
I'd be like, oh, that face, but that voice.
So anyway, now we get to meet Winston, and he tells his fucking story about how he saw tracks and whatnot, blah, blah, old man, blah.
A racket woke me up. Some four-legged animal was running around the house. And I slept downstairs by a window. And one time around, the thing stopped right at my window. I was asleep, even I didn't raise a curtain, or I could have seen what it was. And that night, the ice froze, snow froze, slush, and here was these pony tracks all around the house. And the hoof marks had iron shoes on them.
Yeah, down there, gone down, down. I love all these guys. They just scream desperation, like, someone listen to me!
Yeah.
You know, they're the old guy in the nursing home, the family abandoned long ago. You know, and anybody walking by is like, hey, wait! You know.
And then, we get a little poem.
Deep in the marshes, Leeds' devil is lurking. In the mist and the darkness, he always is working. Folks know his habits, haunts and devices. Best guard yourself, for the devil entices. Down near the point where the reeds are the highest, that's where the devil conjures the slyest. Nights after dark, when the wind's off the ocean, best guard yourself, lest he get a notion and pounce upon you with pitchfork and saber. The rest of your life, you'll be vexed with hard labor. Now you've been warned, look out for black magic. To laugh and to scuff could prove very tragic. Jersey's the land the devil does roam. Leeds Point is the place he sits on his throne.
So the host fucking says the stories are true and whatnot.
The stories you have just heard actually happened to the people who related them.
And then how in 1909, this dude Norman Jeffries, right?
In the early months of 1909, when there were a whole rash of sightings of the Jersey Devil. But these were more the product of the vivid imagination of a man named Norman Jeffries.
He basically hoaxed, he built up the story of the Jersey Devil,
right?
Blah, blah, fucking blah.
Norman Jeffries was a theoretical promoter and publicity agent for Brandenburg's Dime Museum on 9th and Arch, Philadelphia. And he was a publicity man. And in these works, he perpetuated several hoaxes.
And I love the story how he's like, hey, went up to New York and who his friend who had a kangaroo.
Yeah, dude, he rents a kangaroo.
He went up to New York State and rented a large kangaroo from a friend.
How do you rent a kangaroo?
And not only that, he brings it home and paints it with green stripes.
Yeah.
The kangaroo licked the stripes and like to died.
Okay, but that didn't exactly work, so he...
Then he tried another paint, which the kangaroo accepted.
Because he kept saying, but the kangaroo didn't like that.
Didn't accept it.
Didn't accept it. So what, the kangaroo turned around and said, not my shade of green.
And then he put some fucking wings on it.
Then he made a set of wings, which the kangaroo promptly demolished.
But the kangaroo didn't accept that.
But he didn't show how.
So
he glue them.
So staple them, yeah. So he gave him other lighter bronze wings with fucking feathers or rabbit fur on it.
Right.
Yeah, but he accepted those ones.
Then he made another set out of thin bronze and covered it with rabbit fur, which the kangaroo accepted.
Then the kangaroo said, okay, let's go party.
Well, then he got a whole bunch of fucking roustabouts, right?
He went to the Tenderloin and got 15 or 20 roustabouts.
To pose as farmers.
Dressed them in farmers' clothes.
Take pictures and whatnot.
Right, they supposedly captured it.
Well, yeah, because the pictures, you can't see fucking shit.
Well, he said something about there was a fire and it burnt down most of the forest and the people...
No, we didn't get that fucking far
that wasn't
yet.
That part yet?
No, because that dude takes it down into the basement and puts it in a cage, the painted kangaroo, right?
A kangaroo in the cellar of the old Dime Museum. Fixed the stage up, put gnawed bones on the floor, brought the kangaroo in, and it was ready for business. But the kangaroo wouldn't cooperate.
It has the people come in, and it has this little boy behind the cage
poking the ass
with a fucking nail.
He had a boy with a nail and a stick in the back of the cage, which stuck the kangaroo. The kangaroo jumped to the front of the cage, green whiskers flowing, bells ringing. And just for an instant he was seen. The curtain come down and was ready for another batch of sightseers. He confessed to the hoax, but after he made his money, he didn't care.
So it was like a Barnes and Bailey, kind of thing. But just as cruel, So I'm pretty sure those people poked those animals in the ass a few times.
And then the host comes on and he says some fucking shit.
That's how one man used the story of the Jersey Devil to his own ends. But to most people, these stories are far from a hoax. The Jersey Devil is a very real part of southern New Jersey.
And then now we get to the 1957 Pine Barrens fire.
This is all true. Please come to New Jersey. We need tourist money.
1957 Pine Barrens fucking forest fire, where supposedly they found the charred remains of the Jersey Devil.
When the fires burnt out, newspapers carried pictures of the charred remains of a strange creature being found. No one could identify any animal that could be such a strange combination of feathers and hair and bones. This, many people said, was the end of the Jersey Devil.
And from the picture, it just looks like somebody holding up a head of cabbage. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, because probably the picture's shit itself, and then the quality of the thing we got from YouTube's fucking shit, so, I mean, whatever. The host fucking wraps up.
Every year, more and more stories are coming out about sightings and encounters with a strange creature who lives in the Pine Barrens, and who, when confronted, lets out with an eerie shriek that scares the wits out of people. The reports persist, and so the story of the Jersey Devil persists.
But then he does say about how, like, every 7 years the Jersey Devil returns.
It's said, by the way, that every 7 years, the Jersey Devil returns to the place in which he was born.
And then we get fucking credits. I mean, I enjoyed my time with this.
True, and that's basically what they were like everything is true.
And it's basically just like, my experience with The Dark Knight. This is like my experience with The Dark Knight was when I was watching The Dark Knight, I'm like, every time Heath Ledger wasn't on screen, I'm like, Heath Ledger needs to be on screen. And this, every time the song wasn't on screen, I'm like, that song needs to get on fucking screen. But besides that, I still enjoyed my time with it. The song was fucking great.
Yeah, I thought when that fat guy who came out was telling the story, I thought when he initially leaned on that board, he was just going, whoa! And right over him, like, Bill, no!
But I can't remember if I actually said it in the video or if it's going to be in the outtakes, but I gotta give fucking credit to Last Podcast on the Left for fucking bringing this to my attention, because in their Jersey Devil episode, they played part of the song, and I mean, I instantaneously fucking was like, we are doing that someday.
Definitely check out Last Podcast on the Left, because those guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, they actually just did a fucking 3-part Bonnie and Clyde fucking deal. Really good fucking episodes. But anyway, on that note, for Gunner and Bird, we'll see you next week. Hey everybody, Gunner and Bird here. It's Tuesday again, so that means
more fake enthusiasm.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, we're back, and it's now a now video. It's not one of those, whatever.
What does that mean?
It doesn't fucking matter. We're spinning the fucking wheel, so let's just fucking spin that shit. The Joker. Okay.
So is that the Joaquin Phoenix one?
Who fucking knows? I don't know what the fuck it is. But I guess we're gonna watch it. We'll be back. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do that over again.
You don't want to do it?
No, I would just rather do the whole intro over again.
The reports of no less personages than Joseph Bonaparte, the ex-king of Spain, or of naval hero Commodore Stephen Decatur, both of whom claim to have had encounters with the Jersey Devil, or of whole towns being placed on curfew because of his presence, and the fact that thousands and thousands of dollars in reward money have been offered for his capture, not one penny of which has ever been claimed. Now, if this is a hoax, it's been carried out to unbelievable lengths.